I got digital dash, can't ride with a op. I walk in the store and I buy the stock. I hide in the bins and pull out the lot. Got Tiffany diamond, it cost me a lot. They flying like birds, but drop on this hot. 400 degrees, I burned up the block. Burn out, make one call, they turn out. CC the gang, get the word out. When the shit getting hot, you the first out. Cover my wrist with a watch and I flood it with rocks. Now I look at the time all day. Be high, I rap the old block and I drop off the top. And I know you can see my face. You my dog at the end, don't care what the bitch is.
Yo, what's up with it, man? We back with another video, and today 2K just dropped another seasonal update where they gave us all type of new stuff. Now, I know a lot of y'all probably peeped that they giving us jetpacks, mascots, and all that, but they actually gave us some very important animations as well, and I'm here to give y'all that today in this video. So today we're gonna be going over everything animations wise, and yes, this is gonna be for both current gen and next gen, but you're gonna be able to get a jump shot, dunk, layup, dribble, anything that you can think of that comes as an animation, I'm gonna be going over in today's video. If you guys want more videos like this, y'all know what to do. Like and subscribe, comment down below, help the algorithm, all that good stuff out the way. Without further ado, no more talking, let's hop straight into it. Alright, so off the rip, man, and all my videos y'all ask me, it don't matter what it's about, it could be about a build, anything, badges, anything. Y'all ask me what's the best jump shot for this and that. So off the rip, I'm gonna give y'all the best jump shots in the game. So when it comes to the best jump shot in the game, pretty much the majority of the year has been jump shot 3, and it's for a reason. It's so fast and it's easy to get greens. Now, this is my favorite jump shot in the game when I use it on all my builds, but there are other jump shots you can use as well if you don't actually want to use jump shot 3. Now, if there was jump shots I would have to go with, it would definitely have to be some of the Dante Exums, the Stephen Currys, Dante Exum for sure. If I had to go with another one, I would say Tony Parker, Zach LaVine. Those are also some really good ones that you can also go with if you just want to get as many greens as possible, especially Zach LaVine and Tony Parker. Dante Exum is really for like low 3-point rating builds. If your lock is kind of lower on the 3-point rating, you can use that as well. But yeah, I would say Dante Exum is really good for having to time it if you can just want to look at your jump shot and just be able to time it on a sync type thing. But if you just want a big green window jump shot, Zach LaVine, Tony Parker, really good. Trey Burke, Stephen Curry are some really good ones as well. Ben McLemore, went over that many times. If you still want to use 98 and Dwayne Wade, those are good as well. I'm gonna be real, I don't really understand how people can't shoot on this game. It's one of the easiest shooting games, if not the easiest shooting games I've ever touched in my life. You don't even have to green. I'm gonna be real. But yeah, it is what it is. But when it comes to the releases I love to use on all my jump shots, I go with Rudy Gay as my release 1. Second release, I go Klay Thompson. Now, when it comes to the blending, I go max speed on all my jump shots. If that's too fast for you, obviously just adjust it for you. Don't go too fast. But I like to go with maximum speed because that makes it harder to get contest. So that's what I like to do. But then when it comes to animation blending, it's a couple different ways I go about it. The first one is either 75-25, and it's Rudy Gay play like that. Then I'll go with a 65-35. Then sometimes I'll go 60-40. Then I'll go 50-50. And that's really based off, you know, when you shooting with a jump shot, sometimes it feel like it'll be longer at the end and faster at the beginning, or longer at the beginning and faster at the end. These animation blendings can kind of tie it together a little bit better. So yeah, that's pretty much the jump shots I like to use on my builds. And all the clips that y'all see, most of it is probably jump shot 3, I'm gonna be real. But testing out some jump shots for videos that I plan on doing soon, that y'all should be seeing soon. Yeah, these are some of the ones I would definitely recommend for sure. Alright, so next we're gonna hop into the dribble animations, and dribble animations is kind of like the most popular thing that 2K likes to give us new animations for by the season. So that's why we're going over that next, but also it's one of the more popular things that y'all want to know. So all through it, we're gonna start with the dribble style. This is kind of like the basis for everything dribbling. This is how fast you're gonna dribble, this is how fast you're gonna speed boost, all that good stuff. So in my opinion, the best one is quick, but a lot of people like to go with some other ones based off how fast it can be, based off the certain animations you get off of it, the way it dribbles. But some people like going with certain ones because of ankle breakers. I want to go over that because of the fact that there has been a patch to kind of nerf that type of stuff. So if you're a person that really like to go with a dribble style based off getting ankle breakers such as like a tight handles, yeah, that's been patched. So yeah, I don't feel like stuff like Damian Lillard is nearly as good as Quick anymore for a lot of you. I definitely think Quick is by far the best one now. And then I would probably say Shifty. Shifty's right there as well. If you want to go with some other ones for lower 3-point, or not 3-pointer, but ball handle, there are some good options like C. Gray, Kawhi Leonard, but all in all, I would just go with Quick, personally. All right, next is going to be the signature size-ups. In my opinion, the best one, hands down, in the game is Derrick Rose. If you're ISOing, Steve Francis is right there, but if you like using screens, it's nowhere near as good as Derrick Rose. So if you're ISOing, Derrick Rose is still the best one, but if you want to go with another one that's really new, you kind of tired of using Derrick Rose, go with Steve Francis. I don't really think anything else comes close to those two. In terms of how good they are, I think Steve Francis is only competing with Derrick Rose on ISO, and this is a very easy game to ISO on, so if you want to go with that, go with it. It has some really nice and fun animations, so yeah, Steve Francis is the signature size up I would put with Derrick Rose, but I would still say Derrick Rose is the best one in the game, and it's been like that for 7 seasons now. Alright, next is going to be the signature combos. Now, this is kind of like the rhythm dribbles. Now, they added new ones for this season, and they gave us Rayford Austin. If you know who Rayford Austin is, he's like an and-1 player. He had like these crazy dribbling when he was in the NBA, and they gave us some new animations based off him. We've had a signature size up off him, but we never had the signature combo, and we now have the signature combo, and it's really just a wow animation. And if you want to put it on, you can, but signature combos are really good. All right, and the other option that you get for signature combos is going to be Isaiah Thomas, and this one is the better of the two. I know Rayford Austin one looks crazy, it looks cool, it looks so crazy, but this one is definitely the better of the two. So if you're going with one of the new ones, I would definitely go with Isaiah Thomas. If you're not going with one of the new ones, I would still go with Trae Young, Jason Williams, and Baron Davis, but I actually think Isaiah Thomas is up there with those other three. And I've been saying those three are the best one the whole season or whole year. All right, and next, now this is gonna be the biggest part of the whole video. I ain't really been asking for this, but y'all been begging for this the whole year. Where's the Curry slide? When is Curry slide jumping? This is the most broken thing in the entire game now. Now, is Curry slide as broken as it was last year? You can argue it as no, but I think it's still gonna be really good. I don't think it's broken because you can't spam it, but all the animation that come in this make this ridiculous. You get the LeBron hotback or the Damian Lillard hotback, whichever one you go for. If you go with the LeBron to just get that hotback, it's in the Curry. If you want like the little Curry slide or like the animation that's or the Trae Young escape, Curry slide in my opinion is better. So, in my opinion, I think Trae Young has now been dethroned as the best one. The only thing that could be changing is if the crabs aren't as good as Trae Young, but I still would probably say Steph Curry is so good based off the hot back, the explosive behind the back, and the Curry slide all in one. Yeah, Steph Curry has to be the best size up escape package in the game, and I feel like that's going to be like that for the rest of the year. And it's finally dropped. I know a lot of y'all been asking for it, and it's finally in the game. Alright, next is going to be the moving crossovers. Now, for the moving crossovers, depending on your hyperdrive, this is going to be subject to change on a lot of this moving stuff. But when it comes to moving crossovers, in my opinion, the best ones is LeBron James and Michael Jordan. But in this game where speed kills, it kind of changes how it is. So if you really want to go with the best one and the fastest one, it's either going to be Chris Paul or John Wall. Me, personally, I just like John Wall a little bit more. But if you like going if you don't go with between your legs as much as me, just go Chris Paul if you just want the fast one. I go with John Wall because it's good for between the legs and crossovers. Alright, next is going to be the movement behind the backs. The best one in the game still to this day is Scottie Pippen. Some people like Damian Lillard. I don't think there's really even a comparison between the two. There is a new one in Trae Young, so if you want to try that as well, that is an option. But I would still say Scottie Pippen is the best one in the game, hands down. It's kind of similar to like Derrick Rose, where it was the best one the whole year. But Scottie Pippen, it wasn't Scottie Pippen season 1, it was Damian Lillard. And then they took it away from Damian Lillard and gave it to Scottie Pippen. But all in all, this animation package has been the best one in the game for behind the backs all the year. Alright, next is going to be the moving spins. And we got a lot of them to go over here, man. You can go with Kevin Durant. LeBron ain't bad. Penny Hardaway is really good. But they also have a new one in John Wall. So if you want to go with any of these, you can also go with these. But if you just want to go with basic for spin backs, you can also do that as well. There's nothing wrong with doing that. But I'm going to be real. Penny Hardaway has great spin backs. LeBron has great spin backs. Kevin Durant has great spin backs. John Wall is pretty much a really good all-around. So if you really want all-around ones, Kevin Durant, John Wall, LeBron, Penny, all really good ones. But basic, probably the best one at the end of the day. Even though it is basic, probably the best one at the end of the day for spin backs, which is crazy. All right, next is going to be the movement hezzies. Now, Kevin Durant and John Wall have been the best ones all year, but they gave us a new one in Zach LaVine last season, and I think it's up there with John Wall. I don't know if it's as good as Kevin Durant, but I do think it is up there with John Wall. So yeah, now we're going to start saying 3. Kevin Durant, John Wall, and Zach LaVine. I don't know how many more times we're going to do this year, but yeah, those are the 3 moving hezzies that I would recommend that you should use. All right, next is the moving step backs, man. And now, last year they gave us a new one in James Harden for these. So now, if you're like a shot creator and you want to kind of spam your step backs, Luka Doncic and James Harden are now options. Now, if you want to spam like double step backs and keep dribbling out of it, that's pretty OP. I'm gonna be real. So now you have that option with James Harden. You still have that crazy good option with Luka Doncic, which is good to dribble in and out of. But James Harden might be up there with it as well. But if you just want to be able to dribble as fast and spam dribble like a meta dribbler, go with Jimmy Butler. If you just want to use it for the snatchbacks, go with Kawhi Leonard. You can't go wrong with any of these, just depending on your play style. Just pick the right one. It's that simple. All right, and last but not least, certainly not least, this is a package that pretty much has probably the most in its one thing, and that's the triple threat style. This is going to be how you do jab steps. This is how you're going to do pump fakes. This is going to how you do pump fake passes. This is going to how you do like escape dribble moves when you're doing anything like that. Bro, triple threat style is very, very important, and you can even put on like a badge like triple threat juke to make it go to a whole nother level. So yeah, in my opinion, the best one though is number 4. It kind of has the Jordan pump fake with one hand where you pumping the ball. It has some crazy escape dribbles to every direction, and it's been the best one in the game the entire year. So yeah, that's gonna be pretty much the drill moves. We got other stuff to go over, so let's hop into it. All right, when it comes to the dunk packages, I went over this time and time again, so I'm not gonna go too crazy on y'all, but I am gonna give y'all the best of the best. So when it comes to dunks to get you more content dunks, I'm gonna go over that. When it comes to the best overall, non-blockables, all that is gonna be going over. Still gonna go over the alley-oops, still gonna go over the contact. I'm just not gonna go over like the park dunks, the park alley-oops, because you kind of get the gist. Just put on whatever you want to put on. Those are just for fun, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, less on that, more on this. Let's hop into it. So when it comes to the best dunk package overall in the entire game, I would have to say hands down quick drops off one has to be the number 1 dunk package in the entire game, bro. This is a dunk package you can use on current gen, you can use on next gen, set it and forget, not put anything else on, and you'll be perfectly fine. Now it kind of does get a little bit more complicated when you want to go for one-handers. It does get a little bit more complicated when it comes to current gen, especially when you want to go for more content dunks. But at the end of the day, this is the best one in the game. It's not really anything close to it. I'm gonna be real, and the fact that you get it at the low driving dunk rating you get it makes it 10 times as important and as good. So yeah, pretty much any build can get it. Then when it comes to other dunks that I would probably say, since that's the 2-hand, let's go over the 1-hands. In my opinion, I have been saying Klay Thompson pretty much majority of the year. Now, at the beginning I was saying 1, and then kind of like towards season 3 and on, I was saying Klay Thompson. But now, for the past season, I've changed my favorite 1-hand dunk, and I think Manu Ginobili is the best one now. If you just want to go with like the most perfect 1-hand dunk every single time, you're never gonna get blocked, Manu is the one. I like to call my 2-hand dunk 2 hands for safety, but this one is gonna be just like 2 hands for safety. I'm gonna be real with you. It's gonna be perfect. You barely ever gonna get blocked. Now you might miss dunks sometimes, but that is really based on your drive and dunk rating. But all in all, Manu Ginobili is the best 1-hand dunk package in the game. Now, there are certain dunk packages, especially on current gen, that actually gets you more content dunks. Now, on next gen, you have a dunk meter, so that you don't really have to worry about that as much. So you can just put on Manu, you can just put on quick drops off 1, and then just put on your content dunk packages. But on current gen, you actually have to put on certain dunk packages to be just more aggressive, have more animations and stuff like that. So yeah, if I'm going with some of those, I would say LeBron James and Russell Westbrook are the top 2 for like being as aggressive as possible, making your person go into the realm with just as much aggression as possible. Now there are badges that you can throw on as well to make these dunk packages even better and make them more important towards content dunks, like limitless takeoff, obviously posterizer, obviously slithery finisher. But yeah, these are the 2 best ones in the game to help you get content dunks. And then as well, I would go with Kobe Bryant. You can go with DeMar DeRozan, so on and so on. But yeah, those 3, Kobe Bryant, LeBron, rest, I've been kind of saying that for a while now. If you haven't understood the message, hopefully you get it by now. But yeah, that's pretty much what I say about that. Alright, and when it comes to the big man, I know it's a lot of ones that y'all want to go for. Now, I say this all the time. You can go for the most aggressive ones if you want to get more content dunks on your big man. You can go with Dwight Howard. You can go with the athletic flushes on your big man. But if you want to get points every single time on your big man, you don't really have to put anything else. And this is going to be something you can get on pretty much a lot of the builds, not even just big man. But the 2-hand under basket regular, this is the most auto 2-hand big man dunk in the game. It doesn't matter if it's 2-hand, 1-hand, it doesn't matter. This is the best one in the game. You can also go with the 1-hand under basket regular, but in my opinion, the 2-hand is the best one in the game. Now, like I said, if you want to get more content dunks, yeah, you can go for more aggressive stuff on current gen, like the Dwight Howard, the athletic flushes. But in my opinion, I still would only go with the 2-hand under basket regular. That's just me. All right, now moving on to the alley-oops. Now, the best big man alley-oops, I would say, is pro alley-oop. Now, this is what I would say about the pro alley-oop. Elite is really good as well, but that's a little bit more flashier. If you even a guard, a lock, and you don't want to have like the flashy, you want your alley-oops to be a little bit more auto, you can go with pro alley-oops. But the thing I say about alley-oops all the time, alley-oops are kind of just like, you're not really blocking alley-oops. It's either your dude is missing it or they're stealing it. So if you just don't want your stuff to be as flashy, just go with pro. But pro, they have all the standing lobs. If you want to do standing lobs, you have to have pro. Elite has kind of the more flashiest. Pro has kind of the more simplistic ones. So it's really on you what you want to go with. You can really go with both if you want to. I just say pro is the best one by far for bigs because it's the only way you can get the standing lobs. But it doesn't really matter as much for non-bigs. That's what I'll say. And then when it comes to the best content dunks. Now, I say this all the time. I've given y'all multiple tutorials on this, all type of stuff. When it comes to content dunk packages, just put them all on to up the frequency. The more packages you have, the more animations you have for situations. All these content dunk packages is just animations depending on where the defender is, depending on where your player is. And those animations are going to be very specific for certain situations. And the more animations you have, the more situations you'll be able to get content dunks. It is literally that simple. Now, there isn't just the aspect of just putting on content dunks, but in the past, if we base it off what it's been in the past, when you put the content dunk packages on, that's 20%. Every single tier to like content finisher, but now posterizer is 15%. Now, the way I think it worked now, I think they've lowered that percentage on posterizer, but I think the content dunks is still pretty much the same. So when you put that package on, I'm still in belief that it's like 20% chance of a content dunk. That's not talking about what your dunk rating is. It's not talking about if you have slasher takeover, all that good stuff. That's just talking about if you have the content dunk. So yeah, just set it and forget it and you'll be fine. Now, sometimes I like trying to go for the most flashy ones, so I don't put them all on, but even then, you'll be fine. All right, next is going to be the best layup packages in the game. Next gen has more layup packages. That's just a fact. But if we just talk about in totality of the game, the best ones is Circus, Kyrie Irving, Long Athlete. I believe Circus you can get at the 80 layup. Kyrie, you have to have an 85, I'm pretty sure. And Long Athlete is for 70. So they're at all 3 different thresholds, I'm pretty sure. It's either Circus and Kyrie you get it at 85, or one of them you get at 85. But I know for a fact you get Kyrie at 85. I'm not sure for Circus. It's either 80 or 85. If I'm wrong, let me know about that in the comments. But I know Long Athlete is at 70. So, in my opinion, Circus and Kyrie pretty much are only the best based off if you put it alongside a slithery finisher. It takes it to a whole nother level. But if you're just trying to go with just a simple layup package, which is very, very versatile, Long Athlete is probably the best one in the game. And you get it at a 70. You can use this on your big, you can use this on your guard, your lock, your slasher. It does not matter, bro. It can literally be the best one in the game and hold it on with a Circus, with a Kyrie Irving. So yeah, in my opinion, the best layup packages in the game is Circus, Kyrie Irving, and Long Athlete. Alright, now we're moving on into the shot creator animations, man. When it comes to the best shot creator animations, in my opinion, we gotta start it off with dribble pull-ups. When it comes to the dribble pull-ups, in my opinion, the best one that I like to use the most is Ben McLemore. It's just the smoothest for me. Now, I will say Stephen Curry is right there. Luka Doncic, I have been using the most recently, but I don't do shot creator animations nearly as much as the most people do on the game. But I do know that fading is like a meta thing on current gen. I don't know if it's as popular on current gen. But I do think Stephen Curry, Ben McLemore are like top 2 for like the NBA players. But I tell y'all this all the time. When it comes to the pro, those aren't as normal as the normal, but the normal is pretty much gonna be strictly the same thing as your jump shot rating. So you can go with a normal or a normal 2. Pro 2, Pro 3 are also very good, but if you just want the regular jump shot rating, just go with normal or normal 2. It's that simple. And it'll literally be the same timing as your jump shot. So if you want all your stuff to be pretty much similar in timing, just do that. It's that simple. But the one I've been using lately is Luka, because y'all put me on to it saying it's like get a lot of greens, and it's facts. But I do think Ben McLemore is still the better one for me. All right, next is gonna be the spin jumpers. Now, spin jumpers, you can go a lot of different ways. You can go with the fastest. You can go with just stuff to just throw defenders off, just to get a auto bucket every single time you do it. Or you can go with something that's versatile like Nate Robinson. Now, one thing I want to go over though is the Penny Hardaway, because the Penny Hardaway is like a spin jumper that's also a step back, which is actually hilarious. Because it's low-key never going to get open. I'm going to be real with you. It never is going to get open. If you're going to get a good defender, this is not fooling anybody. Because look how slow it is. It's just too slow. Now, say for instance though, on next gen, if you have like a shot creator take where it's like ankle breaking shots, you will take ankles with it. I'm going to be real. If you're trying to take ankles with it on current gen, you will take ankles with it. But I'm going to be real. If you're not doing that, the space it's going to create is really non-existent because it's just too slow. It's just honestly just too slow. Now, when it comes to the other ones like Steph Curry and Pro, these in my opinion, these two probably are my favorite in the game, especially Pro. Stephen Curry is probably the smooth one. You can go with Stephen Curry on all these shot creator animations, whether it's the hop jumper, dribble pull up, spin jumper. You can go with that and not go wrong. But Pro is also really, really good in my opinion, and it's really, really smooth. Nate Robinson, like I said, if you want to go with a versatile one, Nate Robinson is the one. It's not just fast, but it has a variety of different ones. You can go in different directions. It doesn't really matter how you really want to do it. It has an animation for pretty much everything in it. Or you can go with normal, which is the fastest one in the game, and it has a lot of different animations as well. So yeah, you really can't go wrong with the spin jumpers. They're all really, really good. And like I said, on the dribble pull-ups, you go with a normal just to have the pretty much similar timing. But normal on this one is actually one of the best ones in the game without just thinking about that part. Alright, next is going to be the hop jumpers. The one I've been using lately is normal because, yeah, like I said, it's going to be similar to my jump shot timing. I don't really like to throw that off, but let's go over some of all of them pretty much. Trae Young is a really good one, but if you really want the best one, you can just go with Pro 2 or Pro on it. Pro 2 is really like the fast one. If you really want to go with a fast one, you can do that. I think Kyrie is another one that's really good for fast people that want to use fast ones. Harrison Barnes is one that my friend uses, and it gets a lot of space, and it's pretty much green lights. I'm not gonna lie. Stephen Curry, we know how that goes. James Harden is the double step back. If you want another one that's similar to James Harden, for example, Luka Doncic. One that actually creates a lot of space, I believe, would be the most overpowered one. If you could like master one out of all the hop jumpers, I would say it's Nikola Jokic, and it's not close. If you could master one out of all these, it's Nikola Jokic. It's gonna be not only one of the fastest, it's gonna create one of the most space, and you're shooting it off one leg, so it's gonna really like throw people off when you do it a lot of the time. So if you really had one that you could master, it would be Nikola Jokic or Pro, because Pro does have a lot of variety to it when it comes to like the behind the back, the double step back, all different types of ones. But Nikola Jokic is kind of crazy with the animation that you can pull off with that one-legged step back one that he has. But normal is the one I have been using lately because I just feel like it's just smooth, and it does have that normal aspect where it's going to be very similar to the jump shot timing that you pretty much are always going to be used to. And for me, where I don't really like to do shot creator animations, when I do them, I'm not gonna lie, most of the time when I do them, I'm trolling. But if I'm doing it, I do want to green. I don't like not greening. Even in a game like this where whiting is damn near a better option than greening. And then last but not least is going to be the best post phase in the game, man. And I'm gonna be real, most of this stuff that you're gonna see on the screen are top of the game. Kobe Bryant is the one that I use because, yeah, RP Kobe, it's Kobe phase. That's what people say when they shoot a paper ball into the trash can. Like, it's just auto. That's the only reason I put it on, because I'm not gonna lie, I'm not shooting post fades. If I was actually going for the best post fades, it would be Pro 2, Pro 3. Like I said, with the normals from Shot Creator Animations, you put one of these normals, it's gonna be pretty much the same time as your jump shots. So you can go with number 2 or number 3 on that as well. Jason Tatum is really good. Nikola Jokic is really good. Harrison Barnes isn't terrible, but Kobe Bryant is the one that I use. Then when it comes to the post hooks, this is probably the most toxic thing in the entire game. You got the sky hook or you got normal. Normal is for the people that like to cheese. You want to have a high one that's also fast, which is pretty much what a lot of you post scorers like to do. Go with normal. But if you really want to do the sky hook to have some skill, it's also going to be pretty overpowered with the fact that you really can't contest this. So I don't want to negate that, but Kareem Abdul-Jabbar sky hook is also another option that you can go with as well on the post hooks. So yeah, I don't really want to waste too much time on this toxic behavior, so let's move on. Then when it comes to the best post hop shots, you can go with Kobe Bryant, Austin Rivers, Pro 2, normal. All of these are very decent. I do have Kobe Bryant due to, you know what I'm saying, RP Kobe, but at the same time, Austin Rivers is one of the best ones in the game, and Kobe Bryant, I'm gonna be real with you, is one of the best ones in the game. For the hop shots, it actually is one of the best ones in the game, so you really can't go wrong here as well. But yeah, that's pretty much going to be the best post hop shots in the game. But yeah, that's going to be the end of this video. Shout out 2K for going crazy on the season rewards. I know the full season like level, may not every level not be crazy, but the fact that we got 2 top tier rewards in one season, that's a W. I'm gonna be real, that's a W. Whether you like it or not, that's a W. Whether you like it at the end of the year, whatever you want to say, it's a W regardless. I feel like they did it strictly because of the fact that the game is free, like I mentioned in the video I did the other day. But all in all, it's a W, and we just gonna take our W's. They also gave y'all Curry Slide that y'all been asking for a while, so I think that's a W as well. That's gonna get more people to play the game, all that good stuff. But yeah, that's gonna be the end of this video. If you guys want more videos like this, I stopped doing animations as frequently, but if y'all want this to keep going, y'all need to smash, break, and destroy the like button. Turn on post notifications to be the first to every single my video. Share these videos to anybody you think would help or enjoy. Subscribe if you're new. If you haven't already, hit that sub button. What are you doing? Comment down below to help the algorithm, all that good stuff out the way. Without further ado, man, it's your boy Fitz, man. And out of it, man.
Tell them to bring me my money. Yeah!